We'd all like to believe that everyone will eventually have to answer for their misdeeds. Will they have to make reparation in their next existence?
Karma, we all know somebody who we want to come back as a dung beetle because they've been horrible to us, right?
Yes.
Is it true? Does that happen, that someone who's lived maybe an evil life or an unkind life will come back and have to answer for what they've done in a previous life?
Okay. So karma, what goes around comes around. We've all heard it. We've all heard the saying. I'm a strong believer in karma. If it comes back to you in this life or in another, at some point it's going to come. It may not come to you in the exact same way of what you've inflicted on others, but something is going to happen, yes. So for example, if you've done something in a past life that you haven't quite paid for or learned from or whatever the case may be, it will come back in a next life, right? You have to remember that time is something that's man-made. So in the universe, there is no sense of time.
Right.
It doesn't mean that because I haven't seen somebody go through what they're supposed to go through, that they're not going to go through what I feel, should be their karma, right? Because of course, I mean, we're all human. Sure, we've been, mistreated or, my God, I can't believe that person did that to me. And I hope to God that something happens to them or whatever. But at the same time, the universe will take care of what it needs to take care of in that given time.
How about the other side of it is you've lived a very, very good life, a very kind life, and you've helped a lot of people. Will you be rewarded?
It depends on the sense of reward, and what reward means to you probably means something absolutely different to me. For just like success or happiness, that's something that we have to be very careful with. Somebody can sit in front of me and say to me, "Please make me happy." What do you mean by make you happy? I just want to be happy. I just want to find happiness. Well, define happiness, because to me, happiness may mean something completely different.
So if a soul fears punishment for its deeds in this life, it may refuse to cross over to the next leg of its journey. Instead, it remains trapped in our world, and the result is a haunting.
Where does that soul go then? Is it just sort of this abstract thing floating around in this particular realm that we know, or is there a higher level that they go to before they return?
I would think that it would be a higher level.
It's almost an unfair question of me to ask, because who knows, right?
Well, exactly. And then there's also the fact, I mean, you talk to people that have had near-death experiences, for example, and they'll talk about a very particular thing and then a few other things, and then they'll be revived again, right? It's absolutely amazing to me that they describe the same types of experiences. I mean, and it could be so random. It could be I'm going to the beach, or it could be that, wherever you're comfortable as a soul or as an entity or as a human. But the point is that they're all going to very similar places, very similar locations, and they're describing very similar things, the same type of environment and so on. So you really get to know this work when you're going through the life between life work. It's very sacred. It's very humbling, and it shows a lot.
A soul must resolve its issues before it can cross into the light and continue on its evolution. And Nicole believes that regression therapy can help you remember exactly what happened to you during your experience between lives.
One of the greatest mysteries out there is what happens to us when the life that we know as this existence ends.
So when I do work with individuals in life between lives, I bring you back to your soul form. And you're bouncing around as a little light bulb, but just literally, letting me know what's going on. I mean, life between lives gives you your soul thumbprint. Soul thumbprint is why you're here. Why is your soul here? Not just why are you going through what you're going through right now in this life, but why is your soul here?
Coming up on Ghosts of Mississauga, forget everything you ever thought about soulmates.
They could have murdered you in your past life. They could have stabbed you in the back.